Welcome back, everyone. In today's reality check, we are talking about Kanye West's new music video. We're also going to talk about Kyrie Irving's Becky boat, and we have a special guest, Miss Lee Mazin, yes, from Sisterhood of Hip Hop. Stay tuned.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live reality check.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Black Hollywood Live's reality check. I hope that you're going to check out the BET Awards 2016. There's going to be a tribute to Prince. And speaking of legends, I have special guest. Hey, girl, hey. Lee is in the building, and she is one of the newest additions to Sisterhood of Hip Hop. I'm excited to talk about that. I'm really excited. I'm your host, Ashley Gray. Make sure that you follow me on social media at Ashley Gray TV. Now, before we get into your amazing career, let's talk about Kanye West's new music video. Now, there was a lot of nudity in this video, but it wasn't actually real people. It was like figurines or like wax figures. Yeah. And it was really interesting. There were 12, including Kanye and Kim. We also had some really interesting other celebs. Donald Trump, we had Caitlyn Jenner, we had Rihanna, we had Chris Brown, Taylor Swift. Oh, it was interesting. What do you think about it?
I actually didn't get to see the video, but I saw a lot of photos.
Yeah.
And I actually think Kanye, he always has a message to most of the things that he does.
Yeah.
And he's very, very creative, so.
Well, this was actually a nod to, and I want to make sure I get this right, to Vincent Desiderio, I believe, and it was a painting of his called Sleep. And so Kanye kind of was inspired by this. Not kind of, he was inspired by this because It was literally the exact same thing. And it was really interesting that Chris Brown's positioning, he was like right next to Rihanna, but then Kim was right next to Ray J. And then where did Bill Cosby come from? It's weird. Like all of these different people. I'm just really interested to know how or why he chose these specific celebrities.
Well, you know, it's Kanye, so you just never know with him.
Right. It's going to be like something straight out the box.
Yeah.
So a lot of celebrities have not really said anything about it. I know that Donald Trump's people did say something like, that is not him. I'm like, okay.
I saw Chris Brown comment on it.
Oh, yeah.
He thought that it was a dope piece, but he commented on his position. And he said he had like the plumber's butt crack out.
Right. So, but he thought that it was really fun and interesting. He even tweeted out or put up on Instagram like all of these different Barbies lined up, and it was supposed to be like Kanye's music video. But I think it was, do you think it was genius, or do you think it was just kind of like wacky?
I actually think it was genius, because I know you can kind of see what it's about, but you don't all the way know.
Yeah.
And knowing Kanye, I feel like it was genius.
Yeah, and wacky can be genius. I feel like the wackier you are, then you may get something really genius out of it. Let's talk about Kyrie Irving's Becky boat. Now, we all know this NBA champ, the Cavs, just recently defeated the Warriors, and he went out and he celebrated. Among one of those celebrations, he rented out a yacht in Miami, and he had a big party. Now, Black Twitter had some things to say about this, because there was no, and I say no, melanin aboard. He said no black girls allowed. Now, that's from not necessarily a credible source, and we all know that his ex-girlfriend Kalani is mixed, so I don't know if this is really true, but I ain't seen no black girls on there.
See, this is the first I'm hearing about this.
Yes, honey. But how would you, so since this is the first time you're hearing about it, what's your reaction?
I guess I'm not kind of surprised. He doesn't have too much in the media of who he was ever dating but Kalani. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's his preference. Maybe he's not into black chicks.
Well, let me tell you who had something to say about this whitewashed Becky party. Charlemagne took to Twitter and said, and I quote, "Kyrie Irving, an NBA player that likes white women and other meaningless, stereotypical NBA news, basketball players are also tall. Hit below the belt. How do you feel about that? Charlamagne always got a good dirty read.
I mean, that's what Charlamagne does. So
right.
I would expect a comment like that from Charlamagne.
So again, it's all he say, she say. We don't really know if this was the case.
I wasn't on the boat, and
I wasn't on the boat. I wasn't on the boat, but I saw some clips, and I didn't see no brown skin, no dark skin. I didn't even see.
You just saw
all
mixed
of them,
white girls.
Oh no, it wasn't no mixed girls. It was a Becky boat.
Wow.
Mm. In other
that's
news,
his preference.
In other news, Vanessa Simmons clapped back at a fan, or can we call them a fan, on Instagram because the fan came at her and was like, bitch, do you buy your likes? Because she posted a picture and the picture had 1,400 likes, but she has 1.2 million followers on Instagram, and then under the picture there were only 4 comments. So the fan was just like, I'm not do my do. Like, do you buy your likes, or I don't get it. Do you think she buys her likes?
I have absolutely no idea. Never even been on the page. So
and that's exactly what she said. Vanessa Simmons says, I do not know. I do not have a clue. But why are you worried about my likes? Like, how about you go and, like, figure your life out? I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that was basically her clapback.
Right.
Like, I have no idea. I don't care. Why do you care so much? And she called this person an effing loser. That's so rude. But hey, I mean,
that's how she felt.
Do people buy Instagram? I know that people buy Instagram followers, but this whole like thing is new to me.
It's new to me also.
I know people was buying likes, child. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe don't nobody like you. It's hard to keep up with the Kardashians. But that's because they post them booty pictures every 5 minutes, so whatever. Let's talk about Husteline. She tweeted to Oprah, and I appreciate her reaching out to the woman upstairs, as some people like to refer to her as, but she needed to have somebody spell check, grammar check, all of the above, because honey, you can't come at Oprah talking reckless. She says, Oprah, let me come tell you my story. Sick men have to be put under the jail. When there is little girls involved, sick devilish men should under end quote. Bitch, what? Like, what are you talking about? I just really don't understand. And, have someone check it. Like, if you really want Oprah to interview you, or you want your story to be picked up or whatever, then you just need to come correct when you're addressing someone like Oprah, I would think. I mean, what do you think?
You bring all the tea to me, but I'm so unaware of anything that you're talking about.
Well, I really want to know who she's talking about specifically in this tweet. I don't know, was it Stevie? Like, who is it? Like, I'm just trying to figure out who this person that needs to be put under the jail cell because he messing with little girls. That's what I want to know. I know, Oprah, can you go ahead and pick that up? Or maybe Ayala. I always mess her name up. Fix My Life girl. I mean, woman. Maybe she needs to go on there because her life is a little messy. Just saying, girl, just saying. Let's talk about you and everything that you have going on. Now, you don't work with MC Lyte. You work with Meek Mills. Like, how did you get started?
Well, I started about 5 years ago.
Oh, wow. 5 years ago, and you have reached this level of success? That's awesome. What's the tea? How do I get there?
Well, when I started off, actually, like a year after I started rapping, I linked up with Meek. I was signed to Dream Chasers for about a year, and I'm an independent artist now. Yeah. But just shaking and moving, just hustling, just working. And that's how I can honestly say that's how I got to where I am today, and I've never plan on stopping. So
how do you feel about other MCs in the game right now, specifically women? Like, are there any besides Nicki who is really, she's on top of her game, but do you think that she is a really good artist when it comes to like lyrics and things like that?
Yeah, I think Nicki is dope, and I think she held it down for a very long time, on her own. So it's nothing I feel like anybody can really say about Nicki, especially in that lane. Like, she bodied the female rap lane for a long time, right? And I feel like there's a lot of good artists, female artists out now. It's just all about the exposure and everybody aiming to get to that spot and to that place. But I know a lot of girls, even outside of myself, who are out rap guys nowadays, and it's a lot of them. Yeah. So I feel like the female movement, the female wave of female femcs is like on its way.
Right. How do you feel about Lil Mama? Because she gets so much heat in the media, and then some people really support her and they're really like diehard fans. Do you think that she's really skilled at what she does?
I did a show with Lil Mama, and I've been around her a couple of times. She's a dope person.
I love
and I
her.
seen her perform. Her performance was actually nice. So I feel like she's a dope artist.
Yeah. I mean, I think I love her. But one thing that I'm disappointed, there's not a lot of female MCs that are of my generation. Like, the only person that I can think of right now is like Lil Mama. And then I love me some Queen Bee, but bitch, where you go? Like, I just don't understand. And then Remy Ma, we're seeing her a lot now, but I think that it's only because she was on the reality show. And
no, I don't really think so.
Really?
I actually Remy like a big sister to me also. I just saw her yesterday in the radio room. But I think Rem was going to get this shine regardless of her coming back home, because when she left, she was popping. Rem was popping when that situation happened. So upon her coming home, everybody was checking for her. They was waiting for her. And I feel like how she moved was smart. I think the reality show was smart for her.
Right.
And now she got the Record Terror Squad doing their thing again. She's on tour. She's doing shows. I think what she's doing is smart, especially her only being home a little over a year now.
Right.
So I feel like her comeback was like dope, and she's still climbing back up. So I feel like it's dope for her right now.
So the reality show definitely was a smart move on her part. Let's talk about you being on this reality show. Definitely. Now, we were just listening to something right before the show aired, and a lot of people have a lot to say about you being the newest member of the show. What do you feel?
I feel like the platform is dope for me, especially this type of show. It actually concentrates on the music and the path and the journey that we go through as female artists. So it's following 5 girls from all over that's doing their thing, and you get to see the bad, the ugly, the tears, the sweat, everything. And I feel like I put so much into this so far in my career that I actually get to shine a light on my journey on top of a bigger platform for people to hear my music, see what's going on, know my brand, and know who I am. So I feel like it was a smart move for me right now. A lot of people may feel otherwise, but that's how I feel, and this was my decision. So I'm going to take use of everything that's around, and I'm going to utilize it and do what I'm supposed to do.
So who inspired you specifically? Was there any one person that you were like, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life because of who they are?
Well, my favorite artist is Missy. And I feel
Girl,
like
I love me some Missy.
Missy just brought a whole different vibe to hip hop, to music. It was fun. It made you dance, even if you didn't know how to dance. It was kid friendly. Where when we was kids, when Missy was popping in, our parents had no problem with letting us get a Missy CD, the explicit version.
Right.
So, and it's just her vibe, everything. She writes, she sings, she produces, she raps. Everything you can think of, Missy is that, and she always stayed true to herself. And I feel like that's what is kind of missing in hip-hop now.
Right.
So Missy, I would definitely say, is like my biggest inspiration.
What's your biggest highlight so far in your career? I know it's only been 5 years, and I am so amazed at how much you have grown in your career in just 5 short years.
Oh, just being around a bunch of people and everybody knowing who I am. But I would definitely say one of my best moments thus far is being in my hometown, and we have this show called
Shout out to Philly, right?
Yes, 215. So we have this show called Powerhouse, and that's like our biggest concert of the year. It's like 20 to 30,000 people. And that's actually when the day that I got signed to Meek Mills, and he brought me out. So just to be in your hometown, and even if it's for that moment, because everybody knows your hometown hate on you the most, but even if it's for that moment to get that love, that amount of love, and be in your hometown in front of 20,000 people on a stage, it was like one of the best feelings ever. So that's one of my favorite moments so far.
Have you met anyone that you were just like, whoa, like I feel like if I were to meet like President Obama, I would be like, oh, like what to say? What to do?
I think the hypest person that I met was Queen Latifah.
Oh man!
And I like idolize her because she's so dope in what she does. She raps, sing, act, model, everything. So, and she again stayed true to herself. So
she did.
I actually met her in LA, and it was like 1:00 in the morning over here, so it was like 4 or 5 o'clock home, and I like called my mom and I scared her. I'm like, Mom, guess what? And she like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I just met Queen Latifah. And she was like, you couldn't wait till the morning to tell me that you all wake me up. So I think, that was like one of my hype moments when I met Queen Latifah. But I know when I meet Missy, I don't know how I'm going to act.
Man, so that's someone you would definitely want to collab with in the future. Now, Queen has done acting. She's done like rapping. She's had her own talk show. What are your summer 16 projects that you're doing?
Oh, well, July 11th, I have a new project coming out. It's called Vibes, and that'll be dropping on iTunes. And then the following day, July 12th, the show airs on Oxygen at 9 p.m.
Are you nervous about that? Like, are you nervous to see yourself on TV and how they're going to edit it?
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm happy. I got so many, like, feelings going on, but I'm more excited than nervous. Yeah. But I am a little bit nervous.
How is your character? Well, I won't say character because this is real, right?
Yes.
It's not, like, scripted. This is exactly, like, what's going down. How are you? Are you any different than who you are now on camera?
No, I'm me all day, and I kind of gave them problems with that because I'm so like, that's not me.
Right.
So I can actually say I'm giving them the real on this show. And I'm so excited for everybody to see it because I feel like the journey that I took with me and my manager, and us just being two females coming up in the game, when so many people told us no, like to finally get to show what we went through and how we got here and everything that we're doing now and to take us further is like, it's exciting because there's so many female artists, there's so many artists period that just don't know what to do or feel like, right, I'm from this place, I don't have no money, I'm never going to be able to be a star. And I've had those feelings and I past everything, all of those feelings.
So what get you? I don't want to interrupt you, but it's just such like what got you through that? Like what was your darkest moment, and then what brought you out of it?
My darkest moment literally was like almost about 2 years ago, and I felt like my career was done. I didn't know what to do. Was I supposed to go back to school? Was I supposed to get a job? I wanted to give up on literally everything. Like I let myself go, and I tell people this all the time. I was kind of searching for everybody around me to pick me up instead of myself. And once I realized that nobody else was going to be able to do it but me, and I decided to do it, everything changed from that moment. And I just put everything back into myself. And sometimes we focus on everything around us or everybody around us, and we don't cater to ourselves enough. And if you want something that bad, you have to put your all into you. And once I realized that, it was like no turning back. And it was like from that moment, it's like, look, we fell, this happened, I was at my low, but never again. Like, let's go, it's time to go. And I put my track sneakers on, I tied them up, and I just kept running.
That's awesome. So the project, this project that you're doing, the reality show, we're getting the real you. What's the drama? What's the tea? Is there any insider that you can kind of like sneak and give us?
Well, MC Light is on the show a whole lot, and she actually did a contest where we all spit a verse on her song, and she chose the song that she felt was the hottest, well, the verse that she felt was the hottest. Yeah. So there's a lot of drama around that because that's when everybody got their feelings. It was friendly competition that turned into a different type of competition, and I cannot say who won, but yeah, that's kind of like the tea. That's kind of like the tea.
So how was it working with MC Light?
Oh, it was really dope. She's a dope spirit, like inside and out, in the studio, out the studio. And she just spit so much knowledge just freely, and you could tell that she's here for a purpose, and she knows her purpose, and it's not only just music, it's like inspiring people, and she bodies that, like she embraces that, and she's not like, I could call Light now just from, and I just met her when we were filming the show, but I could call her now for advice or hit her up, and right then and there she's able to do it, and she just with open arms, not even just with me, with all of the girls on the show, and I see her do it with everybody that she, knows and comes encounter with. So she's like a real dope person.
Is there any other projects that you're working on besides the show? And is it the Vibe?
Vibes. Vibes is on iTunes. July 11th. Yes, I have a lot of dope visuals coming out. I'm starting a movement with my team. It's called Mazin Gang, but it's to promote positivity, music, entertainment. So we're doing a lot with the youth,
especially
in my
among females, right? Yes. I feel like it's so much cattiness. Like I couldn't even imagine like being in the industry, especially as a female rapper and having to deal with that. How do you deal with it?
It's a whole lot, but you just gotta stay level. Like with anything, not even just the entertainment industry. Like with everything, it's gonna be cattiness. It's gonna be shade. It's gonna be everything. You just gotta learn how to stay above it. And
do you ignore it or do you acknowledge it? Do you tweet out? Do you?
I had to grow to the point to not respond, especially on social media, because they can take you there.
Right.
And I feel like anybody in the entertainment field can agree with me. Like, you can be taken to that point where you want to Twitter finger back.
Right.
Or you want to respond back to somebody, but it's like social media is like the freeway for people who would never say nothing like this to you in person. This is their freeway for them to do that. So just let them do it. They're not making no money off of it, but they also not taking no money out of my pocket.
Exactly.
So
that's a good way to look at it. So tell us more about the positive movement.
Oh, well, it's called Mazin Gang, and it stems from my name, but I wanted to shine light on the word gang because squads, gang, posse, whatever, we look at some of those terms in a negative light sometimes. Right. And I wanted to shine like a positive light on it because I have a dope team around me between my manager, my camera crew, the guys around me. I hang with a lot of guys. Like, they make sure I'm good, but everybody's striving for something good. Everybody's on a positive vibe. We get things done. We have fun. And we call each other squad or gang. And I wanted to shine light that it's so much going on with the youth, and it's so much violence going on in so many different cities that I wanted the kids to see, like, every gang or every squad doesn't have to be something negative.
Right.
And I wanted to show that with my squad and my gang. So we came up with the name Mazin Gang, and it's spelled with a V instead of an A, so it's GVNG. And we have a lot of things going for the summer. We're doing a summer camp in my city. I do this thing every year. It's called Philly Weekend, and we do like a free celebrity basketball game, a free concert, bring the whole city together, and it's promoting positivity and peace because there's a lot going on in my city. There's a lot of violence going on with the youth, and they don't really have a lot of hope or passion for anything anymore. So I want to kind of install that in the youth again. And even if I touch one child and I persuade them or I help them or guide them or motivate them to do better, you know, that make me feel better about what I'm doing. Because I didn't have a role model that could tend to me or come to my schools and talk to me, or somebody that I looked up to that was actually like, I could touch her, or I could hug her, or I could talk to her because she's coming to the schools and she's doing it. And I feel like if more artists, because the kids, they look up to what's out.
Right.
Social media, they looking up to us in the entertainment industry, especially hip-hop artists. And sometimes we send a negative message, but if we clean that up and what we doing in these communities, we'll have a bigger impact on the youth. And that's really where it matters, because that's our biggest fans, is the youth.
It really is. That is so awesome. Like, how do you feel when you go back home, like, and you are this celebrity? Like, how do people, are you noticed every single place you go, or do you get, because you know there's a lot of violence going on, and bless her heart, the person who just was killed signing autographs, and someone just came up and shot her. Are you nervous at all about that? I know that you have a really great team. Do you ever feel nervous being home in Philly?
Oh, definitely. I actually had an encounter in my own city. Like, I got robbed not too long ago.
Really?
So, and it's happening everywhere, but I can only speak on what I'm around. And growing up where I'm from, it's like these kids are like reckless, but they have no passion for anything anymore, or they don't have any hope. They don't feel like I can be this, or I can go here, I can do this because of what's going on and what's around them. So I'm not really nervous, because I feel like if stuff is going to happen, it's going to happen. And that could be anywhere. Like, she was on tour doing a show and just got shot by a random person.
Crazy.
So it's these random acts of violence and just negativity that's just tearing us apart for absolutely no reason. So do I get nervous sometimes? Yeah. But, you know, you can only be as prepared as you can be, you know, without knowing anything. So we just make sure we as safe as possible when we're traveling, and even when we're home. Right.
And that's all that you really can do. Yep. Is there one thing that your fans don't know about you that you would want them to know?
Something my fans don't know about me. I sneeze a whole lot. I never sneeze one time. Like, it's always a bundle of sneezes, like 4 or more, and it gets on everybody's nerves. They be like, I'm not going to keep saying bless you, like bless you for the rest of the day. So I think that's pretty funny, and that happened on the show a lot, so I'm hoping that they don't air that. I sleep with my hands in my pants. I like my hands to be warm. I think that's weird, but I tweeted that before, so they might know that.
All right.
I think that's all that I could think of that comes to the top of my head.
Now, I know you did say Missy Elliott, but I want to ask one last question. Who else would you love to collab with, besides Queen Latifah, too? Ooh, she needs to come back out with some stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be awesome. But who else would you like to?
I would like to collab with Adele.
She's awesome.
I haven't seen her do a record with nobody in the urban or the hip hop or even the pop world for that.
Right.
And I just think that would be dope. She's like super, super, super dope. I love Adele. I love her music. I think that would be a dope collab.
Right. So I am excited about everything that you have going on. It was such a pleasure interviewing you. I love your positivity. You have an amazing spirit.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited to check out this show. I know where we can all find it, but what are the dates and the times that we can definitely tune in to watch it?
July 12th is the official premiere.
Okay.
9 p.m. on Oxygen.
Okay.
And then every Tuesday following that at 9 p.m.
Every Tuesday
But
on
July
Oxygen.
12th, y'all have to tune into Oxygen because it's the premiere. It's like the introduction to Lee Mazin. I'm the new face on the show, so see how I take over everything and see how everything goes.
Are you going to live tweet it?
Am I going to live tweet it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And where can everyone find you on social media?
All my social media, well, my Twitter and my Instagram is at Lee Mazin, and that's LeeMazin. And Snapchat is Lee Mazin Live, and my website is Lee Mazin Live.
Cool.
So Lee Mazin and Lee Mazin Live, you type in there, something gonna pop up.
Dope, everyone. Check it out July 12th on Oxygen at 9 p.m. and then every Tuesday following that. Check it out. It's going to be great. You can check me out at Ashley Gray TV, BHL online, hashtag BHL Reality Check. We will see you next week.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, definitely.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.